There we go. I don't like how that camera works, but we're just going to have to deal with it. Let me make sure the audio camera works, but yep, all good there. All right. We're live on all the things, I think. What do all these things do? I don't even know. Anyway, most of you that end up watching this, if any of you do, will not be watching it live, so that's all good. But I wanted to, some things have happened, and I wanted to take 10 minutes today and publicly commit myself, because otherwise I would do what I normally do, which is, oh, that's a great idea, and then not actually do it. So, asking for a friend. By the way, the friend is me. So I want to first explain that, where that comes from, and then also make my ask to those of you that are my followers, those of you that are my friends, family, whatever. I think I'm not trying to make a big deal out of, make a sob story out of this, but I am asking for help. And it basically goes like this. I don't think that I ever really learned how to take care of myself, emotionally. I'm sure this is I feel even weird talking about it. So you'll have to forgive my antsy back and forth movements, because it's weird. It's awkward because it's not natural for me to talk about me and myself and I need this and I need that. You know what I mean? It's not, I don't think it's natural for any of us, but it's particularly unnatural for me to do so. But what I've realized over the last week and a half, couple of weeks or so, is that I can't do anything that I want to do in my life if I don't put myself first. And there was a podcast episode, and I'm going to look it up because I have it right in front of me, with Tim Ferriss. I don't normally listen to Tim's podcast, but I was on Twitter. It says his episode number 522 with Anne Lamott, I think is her name, Anne Lamott. And she's very entertaining to listen to. And the podcast, I think, went really well. In general, it was just fun to listen to. But she said something that really hit me in a way that I haven't really thought about in a while, which is she had this concept of radical self-love. And she used a specific example that really spoke to me, being one of 10 children, and just kind of the life that I've led and the situations that I've been in. It spoke to me. And she said it was something about who gets the broken egg. So if you make fried eggs and you break one, I am like her. And what she was essentially saying was that she would always just take the broken egg for herself. And she would give her husband or her son or whoever, and not that her family or anybody is domineering to the point of needing to get those things. But it spoke to me because I'm that person. And I think on one level, I've always thought of that as being selfless, overly selfless, oh, look how selfless he is. He gives of himself. But what I'm realizing is that the more and more I give of myself, there's nobody's going to look out for me except me. And I shouldn't expect anybody to. There's a song that by The Roots, you can't expect on friends. What is that song? You can't depend on friends. I can't remember what it is, but there's a great Roots song. Listen to all the Roots songs, and you'll figure out what it is. And somebody in the comments somewhere tell me what I'm missing here. But talking about how you do it, you deal with it yourself, and I've always sort of been that way. But I think at the end of the day, I don't know that this is the same sentiment that they were thinking of, but at the end of the day, it's. But can you all feel, by the way, how awkward this is for me? I just want to make sure that that's clear, that I can't even spit the words out because this whole thing is so foreign. The whole idea of self-love, the whole idea of actually taking care of yourself. But I think it's important, and the idea, and I don't know what it's going to turn into, but the idea that I have is this idea of asking for a friend, but the friend is me. And the point I think behind that is that I have to start thinking of myself as like my best friend and treating myself like I would my best friend, if that makes sense. Which I haven't done. I've never really done. So what I wanted to do was ask all of you, friends, family, and again, most of you are going to watch this in retrospect after the live stream is done. But I wanted to ask you, what do you do? There's two pieces to this question. The first is, what do you do to love on yourself? That's the first thing. And then the second thing, I don't know if that Slack clickety clackety came through for anybody, but stuff's happening. It's the middle of the day, y'all. What do you do for self-love? And then second, and more specifically, like, what's your morning routine like? What do you do in the mornings because I don't think I have a very healthy relationship with the morning because I'm like, the second I'm up, I feel like I'm already behind on work, like I feel like I haven't done what I was supposed to do already. So I don't know how much that's, going to turn into anything for real, but I'm just interested in how other people, what their morning is like. Cause I'm trying to crowdsource what a healthy morning is. So you're the crowd and you're going to be the source. So if you're open to it, if you could just drop in the comments, and I got to figure out I don't remember how you do live streams on Twitter. Do they still have, I don't know if they still have Periscope. Anyway, I'll just post the replay of this, but, what do you do? How do you, what's your morning like? And then also as a sub thing, what are the things maybe like the top 5 things that you do, to take care of yourself, to show yourself that you care about yourself? Because I'm interested and I don't think I'm good at it. And so I need some help. So, that's basically it. I didn't want to spend a ton of time. It's been not even 10 minutes, which I think is a record of shortness for me. But again, you probably could feel how awkward this is for me to even talk about. And I appreciate you, the 4 of you that watched while I was doing this, and any of the rest of you that will be watching after the fact. Appreciate your attention. And yeah, we'll just go from there. And if you could just drop a comment and let me know, what's your routine? How do you do it? So I can mimic those of you that are doing it, so I can figure it out for myself. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks everybody. Peace.